morning, my lovely students. Hope everything is fine. Hope we can see each other soon, inshallah. Today we're gonna continue our lesson of factoring the trinomial, or how to factor the polynomial. You remember we started last week about factoring the trinomial. Today we're gonna continue what we've covered the days before. So let's start a new example in order to clarify the difference. Before we used to take, let's revise quickly. Before we used to take such a problem if I have my only concern is the sign of the last term, okay, and here the sign of the last term is positive. So as long as the sign of the last term is positive, so I will put the sign of the middle term in the two brackets I have. Okay, today let's take the other type of factoring the polynomials. We started first example yesterday. We're gonna take a new example today. The example says factor the following: x squared minus 3x minus 4, x squared minus 3x minus 4. As we agreed many times before, as we said many times, that first thing I should ask myself about is, does this trinomial have common factor or common variable? Does it have a common variable or common factor? يعني في in the three terms a common number or common variable? لا, it seems there is nothing common between the three terms. So as long as in هو trinomial or it contains of three terms, يبقى I will not go for difference between two cubes or difference between two squares, blah blah blah. I will start factoring trinomial type. First step in factoring the trinomial, I will open two brackets as we agreed before. First thing in factoring trinomial, I will open two brackets. يبقى number one, I will open two brackets. Okay, number two, I will write x in the first term of each bracket. يعني I will open two brackets and I will write x in the first term of the first bracket and x in the second term, in the first term of the second bracket. تمام؟ Okay. طيب third step، يبقى first step أول step أنا إيه؟ I open two brackets. Second step I write x in each bracket, the first term for each bracket. طيب the third step. The third step بقى I will go to my problem. I will go back to my problem. Then I will skip the second term and go for the third term. يعني كأن second term ده مش موجود for the time being، اعتبروه مش موجود. اوكي، بعد كده بروح للترم الأخير، the last term. Then I check its sign. I check the sign. Is it positive or negative? لو positive احنا خدنا الحالة بتاعتها، لو positive وخلاص وعرفناها. طيب لو negative، as long as the last term has a negative sign, so the signs inside the brackets, the two brackets will be different. يبقى again, as long as the sign of the third term is negative, is a negative sign, so I will put different signs in the brackets. واحدة negative واحدة positive. مش مهم دلوقتي مين حطوا عشوائي، يعني حطوا واحدة نيجاتيف وواحدة بوزيتيف. اوكي، يبقى ايه؟ يبقى again as long as I have the last term a negative sign, okay, so I will put different signs inside the two brackets. واحد نيجاتيف واحد بوزيتيف، واحد نيجاتيف واحد بوزيتيف. تمام كده؟ خلاص سيب بقى البروبلم وجو for our table. Write the factors of 4, the factors of the last term. يبقى I will go and write down all the factors of my last term اللي هو 4. What are the two numbers when I multiply them together? The answer will be 4. Write down all the factors, all the numbers which I multiply them together. The answer will be 4. طيب what are the factors of 4? 1 times 4 و 2 times 2. يبقى في حاجة تانية؟ في حاجة تانية غير 1 times 4 و 2 times 2 will give me 4? I don't think so. So I will write down here all the factors of my last term. يبقى هنا تاني again from the very beginning. first step I will check as long as I checked وما لقيتش common factor يبقى I will see that this problem فيها 3 terms trinomial يبقى I will open 2 brackets. The second step هحط x in each bracket, x in the first term of each bracket. Then third step I will go for the last term in my problem. I will check the sign. طيب sign negative يبقى I will go back to the answer التو brackets اللي انا فتحتهم اوكي وهكتب في bracket minus وبراكت plus regardless بقى مين قبل مين مش مهم. يعني عايز تكتب واحدة plus واحدة minus واحدة minus واحدة plus مش مشكلة. It doesn't matter. بس المهم the most important thing يبقى التو brackets have different signs. يبقى الساينز اللي في البراكتس مختلفين. واحدة positive واحدة negative. مين قبل مين مش فارقة. تمام؟ Then number 4. The fourth step I will go and draw my table. Okay? Draw a table in my rough paper. Okay? Then I will write down all the factors of my last term. I will write down all the factors of my last term in my problem. The factors of 4. يبقى I will write down all the numbers which I multiply them together. The answer will be 4. 1 times 4, 2 times 4. Sorry, 2 times 2. Okay? Then on the other column بقى في التيبل اللي انا عملته ده I will write the difference. You remember before we used to make sum ليه علشان كان الترم ده has a positive sign بس as long as this term the third term has a negative sign so I will write the difference السبتراكشن ما بينهم. I will subtract between the two factors. Before I used to do علشان كان الترم ده plus فكنت بعمل لهم adding انما هنا عشان الترم ده نيجاتيف هعمل لهم difference. It's very important. اوكي هعمل الديفرنس ما بين التو نمبرز التو فاكتورز each two factors هعمل لهم الديفرنس بتاعهم 4 minus 1 ب 3 2 minus 2 ب 0. اوكي خلاص كده انا عملت الديفرنس ما بين التو نمبرز. هرجع للبروبلم بتاعتي تاني. I will go back to my main problem and check now بقى the third term. طيب الثيرد تيرم الرقم بتاعه ايه الرقم اللي جنب الاكس؟ الرقم اللي جنب الاكس كام؟ في الميدل تيرم السكند تيرم. هرجع دلوقتي بقى للسكند تيرم. الرقم اللي جنب الاكس كام؟ 3. يبقى I will go هنا في الديفرنس كولوم واشوف مين التو نمبرز اللي الديفرنس بتاعهم كان 3. 4 and 1. يبقى my answer will be 4 and 1. بس مين اللي هتتحط جنب النيجاتيف ومين اللي هتتحط جنب البوزيتيف it depends upon or it depends on the sign of the middle term. احنا قلنا the bigger the winner. الرقم الكبير هو اللي بياخد اشارة الرقم الكبير اللي في التو فاكتورز دول هو اللي will take the sign of the middle term. يبقى هنا the bigger the winner. Again the bigger the winner. يبقى the bigger number from these two factors will take the sign of the middle term in the problem. Again the bigger number here the bigger number will take the sign of the middle term. يعني هنا negative هنا 4 1. مين الرقم الكبير 4 ولا 1؟ 4. يبقى 4 هي اللي هتاخد الساين دي. يبقى احط ال4 في البراكت اللي فيه النيجاتيف واحط ال1 في البراكت اللي فيه البوزيتيف. Again let's restart the problem from scratch. Okay, here x square minus 3x minus 4. Okay, طيب he's asking me to factor the following problem. Okay, طيب now first thing before starting anything I have to check if this trinomial have a common factor, have a common number or common variable. لا مفيش هنا لا any number common ولا any variable common between these three terms. يبقى I will go directly for factoring trinomial because they are not binomial. Okay, يبقى I will go directly for factor trinomial. how to factor trinomial? First step I open two brackets. يبقى first step I open two brackets. Second step I write down in each bracket x in the first term of each bracket. يبقى I will write down x in the first term of each bracket. يبقى I will write x in the first term of each bracket. لغاية هنا سهل. طيب third step برضو it's easy. I will go for the third term and I will write down all these steps in a piece of paper عشان تبقى قدامكم سهلة. اوكي بالتو سيناريوز، لو ده positive ولو ده negative. طيب هنا I will check the third term. ايه الساين بتاعته؟ it's a negative sign. يبقى as long as rule as long as the third term has a negative sign, so I will write in each different signs in the two brackets. Different signs in the two brackets. يبقى ايه the two brackets they will have different signs. يبقى I write here negative here positive او here positive here negative. It doesn't matter. مش فارقة لغاية دلوقتي، مش فارقة مين معاه negative ومين معاه positive. اي حاجة اكتبوها بشكل x و x plus minus plus مش فارقة. طيب step number 4 I will go and draw my table اللي احنا متفقين عليه. Then I will go and write down all the factors of my third term اللي هو ال4 هنا. In this problem the third term in this problem is 4, so I will go and write down all the factors of 4. يعني ايه factors of 4؟ يعني ايه الفاكتورز؟ الفاكتورز اللي هو the numbers, the two numbers when I multiply them together they will give me 4. تمام؟ okay, so I found out that the only factors of 4 are 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. مفيش other factors for 4. تمام؟ طيب I will go in the other column of my table and write the difference. ليه difference? Because here I have a negative sign. زي ما اتفقنا طالما هنا في negative sign يبقى هكتب difference. يبقى I will subtract the two factors from each other. As long as the third term has a negative sign يبقى I will subtract the two factors from each other. 4 minus 1 و 2 minus 2. 4 minus 1 ب 3, 2 minus 2 ب 0. طيب خلاص انا عملت ال differences and the answer is here 3 و 0. طيب I will go back to my problem. I'll check the number beside the x in the second term. I will check the second term what is the number beside the x. يبقى I will check the second term in the problem. I will go back to the problem. I will check the second term what is the number beside x, beside the x بس. okay طيب I found out that the number beside x is 3 only. طيب I will check here in the difference column. مين ال two factors which have their difference is 3. ال difference بتاعهم 3 4 and 1. يبقى I know now that the numbers which I'm going to write inside the two brackets 4 and 1. بس مين اللي هيبقى جنب الماينس ومين اللي هيبقى جنب البلس؟ مين اللي هيبقى because they have different signs, the two brackets have different signs, so I have to know which number is going to go beside the negative sign and which number is going to be written beside the positive sign. تمام؟ يبقى rule كده the bigger the winner. يبقى هنا الرقم الكبير هو اللي هياخد الإشارة بتاعة الميدل تيرم. الرقم الكبير اللي في التو فاكتورز دول it will take the sign of the middle term. again الرقم الكبير اللي من التو فاكتورز دول will take the sign of the middle term. طب مين الرقم الكبير اللي هنا؟ 4. يبقى ال 4 هتروح جنب الماينس لأن هنا it's negative. يبقى ال 4 هتروح جنب النيجاتيف وال 1 هتروح جنب البوزيتيف. اوكي طيب we're gonna stop our session here and tomorrow إن شاء الله we're gonna continue for more exercise علشان يبقى it's gonna be very clear إن شاء الله and we're gonna make as much exercise as we can لحد ما أبقى 100% sure that each and every one of you understood this topic يعني very clear إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله tomorrow I will see you. Take care of yourself and have a good day.